to we have allocated time for this session. So please take note down your questions as we proceed, and we'll have allotted time to address those during our Q&A session. Okay. Once again, thank you for joining us and for being part of this exciting moment for Certified GRC. And yes, I thank you, my team, once again. And at this point, I would officially hand over to our technical delivery team, who will walk us through the platform and, of course, demonstrate its capabilities in action. Okay. Mr. Benga, are you with us? Over to you and the team. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome on call. Thank you so much, Mr. Miwa. Thank you, sir. All right. Like my boss said, he said our platform is to simplify GRC, right? And that is what our platform is going to, that is what our demonstration is going to be all about. And as we know, the age that we are now, the era that we are right now, it is the artificial intelligence era. So what is GRC platform when you cannot automate it, right? So the automation with GRC, that is what our platform provides, right? So I'll go ahead and share my screen to demonstrate or to show our product on what and ways it can help your own organization to achieve quality NIST CSF 2.0 maturity level, right? So I'll go ahead and share my screen. Give me a minute. Right. Please, let's confirm if we can see my screen.
Yes, we can. We can see.
Okay. Amazing. Is that the same for everyone as well? Oh, all right. All right. Thank you for that. Now, this is our platform. So when you log in newly, this is what you're going to see. And now, like we said, I mean, a lot of GRC platform out there just have a lot of features, a lot of section, everything all together. What our platform has been able to do is to simplify process. When it comes to GRC, NIST CSF in particular, we focus mainly on NIST CSF for this particular product demo I'm about to show us, right? And what our platform is able to do right now is to simplify that process. The way you perform your assessments, the way you go about the gap analysis, the way you go about risk assessment, evidence collection, and the reporting, the auditor section of the application, which is the comment and review, the approved controls, and then the continuous improvement, right? So currently the interface we're looking at is the what's it called? Dashboard, right? This is the dashboard. This is what we are going to be interfacing with. And this is our AI assistant below, which we can query to get information. It can give us explain maturity, upload. If you want to upload an evidence and you don't know what it is, you're going to get detailed information from this chat system, this chat assistant that is right here. But yeah, to really take us through the platform, let me go ahead and show us the assessment section for NIST CSF, right? So now, when you want to perform an action, maybe you want to carry out an assessment, you have to come to the assessment section, right? And when you are on the assessment section, you can continue from the previous where you stopped, right? Or you can go ahead and treat a whole new different function entirely. As we all know, we know that these are the functions for NIST CSF, and these are the actions, these are the controls or questions we need to answer, assessment that we need to carry out, that needs to be carried out, right? So we can go ahead and click continue. Now, when you click continue, let's say I want to perform a new action entirely, right? For this, you can see it is completed, and then that is why we have all of these banners here, right? These notification banners that's telling us that we have an action to perform on this, an action to perform, an action to perform, and various actions to perform, right? So we can then go ahead and say, okay, let me treat recover as a function, and then the category, which is improvement. Let me go ahead and treat it for an example. Right now, currently it is asking you that you want to enter focus mode, and then I click that I want to enter focus mode. Now, like we said, right, the simplicity of GRC is our main focus, right? And that is what we've been able to do here. So now we don't want you to go through the stress of figuring out what I mean, having an assessment and then try to think, okay, what is the next action to perform? All we are asking are simple questions, right? So for this particular assessment, for this particular next assessment, you have the questions such as, are lessons from recovery effort documented and applied? Now, you can click no, you can click partial, you can click yes. What if you don't even understand what the question is trying to say? What if you don't understand what the question is talking about? So then you can then go ahead and click this question icon. Now, when you click this question icon, the intelligence, the AI intelligence within the AI, the platform is going to now look through that assessment, figure out, okay, this particular question and what you've clicked. Now, please don't forget that before that loads in, right? Don't forget that I click partial. So that we can see what is going to bring out. So you see your answer is partial, and also you've selected partial here. Now, currently, this is what it means. This is what the platform means. And why it matters is this. This is what you picked. It's going to now give you real world examples telling you what is really happening, what you should collect in all of this information, right? And the recommended evidence that should support your claim. So if you have any evidence that should support this particular claim of partial, then you can go ahead and upload them, right? And common mistakes, right? You have treated mistakes, and then the improvement step. The one thing that it's beautiful, every while we're performing GRC, while we're carrying out assessment and a lot more like that, is to get audited and to properly be compliant, right? So definitely we have audit tips here that is going to give us full details and information about what is expected from us when we're ready to send this for continuous for comment and review. We'll get to that section real soon. Okay, so now I've been able to state why we have this on the portal and what is used for. Now you can go ahead and upload from the cloud or your local device. So when you click upload, if you have an evidence to support your claim, you can go ahead and upload. Now you can upload something from your device, or you can come here and click cloud upload. So when you click cloud upload, we have few ones that are coming in our next rollout, which is next month. We are going to see this update available, right? They will move from coming soon to not connected. So right now you can go ahead and connect your Google Drive. So if I want to connect my Google Drive, all I have to do is this, and then you select your account. It's going to ask for security. And then once you're connected, let me reconnect on that alone. So the same, okay. Let me reconnect for Google Cloud as well so that we can see. Then we can go ahead and click continue. We can go ahead and click services, and then once we are authorized, once the connection is successful, all we have to do is to come here and refresh. And when you refresh, you can see that I've connected OneDrive, and this is as well connected. And you can go ahead and import any document from this particular one. All you have to do is just click import, and then document will be imported, right? And also the same with your local drive, local device. You can go ahead and upload something that you want to upload, right? You can go ahead and upload a document supporting your claim regarding that. All right, so now that is uploaded successfully. Now, why I upload the document from there is so to show us the AI analysis for the particular document that we'll be uploading. Now, this document is being uploaded, but does it really support the claim? You click partial. Does it support this particular, is it speaking to this particular, what's it called? This particular function, the assessment you're trying to carry out. Now, to know if that is true, if it supports that, then we can go ahead and click Analyze via AI. So when you click on Analyze via AI, you're going to So now the AI is doing its thing. It's going to get your information out real soon. Okay, yes, we have it. Now compliance status. So this particular document doesn't, support whatever the function is. So that is why we're getting needs review. And then you can see that the audit readiness is low. And then we can see that this particular document does not have, it's going to give you details, and then the detect issue is high. Now it's going to give you what you should do. It's going to tell you how you should create your documents, what you should go about, and how you should go about them, right? So now, maybe you perform an action here. I've uploaded a document. Let's say this document is the right one, so that I can go ahead and show us the process flow. Now we can then go ahead and treat gap analysis for an example, right? So now treating gap analysis, you have the gap on that particular assessment rather. So now you want to treat the gap on that particular assessment. So you want to carry out a remediation action for that particular assessment. So you have here to pick through the listed ones that are open. Then you can go ahead and click open. And then from there, you can then go ahead and give the root cause of what is going on your particular document. You can give a root cause. We don't have it now, or informations like that, necessary informations that needs to be taken, necessary actions that need to be taken. So you select what priority level it is, and then if you have a document to upload, you have to upload an evidence supporting your claim that the particular remediation action you want to carry out. So you can now go ahead and select, which date it is, right? You can go ahead and select if it is you'll be submitting something on Monday, or this is June, right? Okay, you can go ahead and select save to draft. Now, immediately that moves away from active gap, it becomes in progress because you need to perform further action. You said that you're going to do something by June, so definitely you need to now perform action on that thing, right? So you can go ahead and resume work where you left. So according to what is stated, so I just picked randomly, right? So from there, you have your expected dates. Now, for the one I picked, we have evidence to be submitted in this due date. So if you want to submit earlier, currently we're at the current date is 22nd of May. So this is still in the future, but I want to submit early because I have the document at hand already. So I can go ahead and request early submission, and then I can give reasons. I have my document, right? My document ready. So I can go ahead and confirm, and then from there you can now select which one you have, which remediation action you have submitted. You can go ahead and click from your machine or wherever you have it. If you have it on the cloud, then it also supports that as well. So you want to click verify. And also I want you to pay attention to the risk analysis. So it moves from just in progress now to treated gap. Now in treated gap, now you can now see it. You can preview this particular document. You can see what you've been able to do underneath it, or you can leave, and also carry out risk assessment on that particular on that particular function. So this is the one we carried out. This is one we filled from gap analysis, and then we can then start action plan on this. So do you have organization? The organization define acceptable level of risk? So what asset does this sit in? If it sits around information or business activities, then you can go ahead and select that. So if it is for clients, the assets are people. Assets will be people, right? And then which are clients, stakeholders, and the likes. And then the threat is revenue, right? We just say revenue. Okay, and then vulnerability. Let's say loss of data. Okay, so that we have something. Now, I want you to pay attention to this particular section. So let's say the risk owner is the CIO, and then I want to put the email so that I can prompt them to come to the platform and perform actions on this particular portal, on this particular assessment, right? You can then go ahead and put in their name. So I'm going to use mine for an example. So I can go ahead and put in mine. own email, and then I can send it. Now you can preview, and when you preview, you can click send. And when you click send, notification is going to be sent to the email which was collected. Let me show you a sample of how the email is going to look like. Okay. Give me a minute. Let me show you a sample of how the email will come out as. So we have, now this is a sample of how you're going to get the email. And then it's going to tell you, okay, this is particular, according to the information that has been pre-filled here, you're going to have it at this, and then you can click open portal to start carrying out action on that particular risk that was carried out, right? So then for an implementer, you're done with this. That's for the risk owner to come in and state the existing controls that they have in place, and then we can go ahead to give pre-treatment assessment on this particular risk. Automatically calculated, and then we have you can select the treatment plan and the treatment owner, or also you can give which quarter will you like to perform, will you like to treat this particular risk. So if it will be the second quarter, the third quarter, all you have to do is to select them, or you can move further until this enters 70%. So it's going to automatically calculate the quarter duration as well as you go ahead. Now, when you're done with that, all you have to do is to come here and click finalize, right? And on this section, you will be able to see, let me go back to the list, and then we'll be able to see risk register, the list of risk assessment that have been carried out on different functions and on different categories. And then we can go ahead and export to CSV, right, according to what we have. So this will be the risk for this particular date, as we can see. So you can select in which particular asset group you want to specifically talk about. So you can navigate through with this, and then you can search on particular one that you want to get out of that. Now, let's talk about the evidence section for an example. Does anyone have a question immediately? But all questions will be attended to after the walkthrough, right? So, right, let's continue. So, evidence repository, we have, this is where all evidence that have been uploaded on the portal are going to reflect, right? Whatever claim, whatever information we have put, whatever artifact we have uploaded, we are going to get everything here. And also we can preview that on the portal itself. So for this particular security policies, or maybe this evidence document, for an example, if you want to view it, all you have to do is just click review, and then it is going to load, and then you can start, looking through your platform. And this is very important for the auditor as well, so that they can easily come in and then check the evidence, and we will see where they can comment on each evidence as well, on each report that have been stated on the portal, right? So, but yes, this is where the evidence artifact is, right? All our evidence, this is where it's being collated and collected, right? But now we have evidence management. So this is where we manage evidence. We see the total number of files that have been uploaded. You see the local uploads that have happened, the cloud sources that have happened. So now I have a 0 from cloud, but all of these documents are local documents. As we can see, you can see the list of them, how they were. And also now, like I said, starting to give us a walkthrough of the product itself, I stated that this particular frameworks focuses mainly, this particular product right now focuses mainly on NIST-CSF. Now, that is not just where we're stopping. We are covering across other frameworks and standards as well. Now, that being said, we can see link to assessments. Now, from there, you can link to other frameworks, but for now, you can only link to assessment. So if you have an evidence that you upload, now, if you have an evidence that you upload from here that you want to link it to an assessment, you can come in here and link it to an assessment. But later in the future, a month after now, we have our V1.1 already cooking, right? And later on, we'll be able to have link to framework. So we can link this. It is more like we're cross-mapping, right? You're cross-mapping between frameworks, right? You're cross-mapping between standards. So you can have that to cross-map functions. So yes, that is that for that. Yes. Now let's go to the reporting section. So after carrying out everything on this portal, after you've went through the assessment, I mean, you've carried out assessment on the portal, you've carried out gap analysis on the portal, risk assessment has been carried out, you've uploaded tons of evidence to support your claim that yes, and AI has done its work as well to analyze every document for you accurately, point you the direction of where you should go. And you feel ready, you feel good to go to invite an auditor to come and see your platform, to come and assess what you've been able to carry out. So the next thing you want to do is to come to reporting section, right? And then from reporting section, you can then go ahead to have to now look through it very well. Now there is a preview for you to preview. We don't just want you to send in. So if you have anything that you want to correct, you can look at it and go and correct them. But for now, if you're satisfied with what you are seeing, if you're good to go, then you're ready. Next thing you want to do is to click for comment and review. You want to click so that an auditor can come into the platform and carry out an assessment on that particular report. Now, like I said, I mean, I've been saying something around auditor. Then definitely there should be some kind of access control to the platform itself. Of course, definitely there is. I mean, you can as well go as the administrator of the platform. So when you reach out to us and then we book you for, we set you on the portal after, series of vetting and a lot more that will be done. When you reach out to us, immediately you give us an email that we can set as a tenant administrator. So currently for this account, my account is an admin account, right? We can see it from my profile. So you can see my profile, my role is an admin role, right? But I am not the organization tenant. So we'll be able to see organization tenant when we go to settings. So when you go to settings, as an admin, I have permissions to add more users. Now we can see the admin, we can see implementers, and then we can see auditors, right? We can see auditors, and the admin, right? So we can go ahead and add more users. If you have an admin, if you want to invite an admin to come onto your platform to, perform certain action on your platform, then you can then come here and, give permission to them. You can give them the full, write out their full name, the email address as well, and the job title. You can then come here and select which role you want to give to them. Now, please look very closely down here, right? This page permission. So it is the list of pages you want to allow the auditor to see, right? So for an auditor, just look at it. Once I click on it, it automatically filter out. Of course, you can as well come in here and say, oh, no. I want an auditor to perform gap analysis, which is not right. Okay, you want them to view it and also to be able to edit. You want them to be able to view this too and also be able to edit. So it depends on whatever right you want to give to your auditor. But for me, I'm not giving them the access to view and edit on my platform, right? So yes, that's that for that. And once you put in their email, once you write out their email, immediately, automatically, the system sends a link to them to change their password or to set their password rather. So the platform itself is not setting password for users. The users will automatically set their password for themselves, right? So that is where you can set a role for an auditor to come in and perform actions, right? So now from there, you can then come as an auditor with an auditor credentials. So they will have access to this particular section. They should be able to comment and edit on this particular, as you can see, this is auditor workspace. So this is for an auditor alone. So all implementers should not be able to edit or alter any changes from this section. So according to the role, that will be given, you'll be able to see all of that as well, right? So that's that for that, and then auditor can come in here and they can go ahead and say that, okay, I want to now give comment on a particular assessment that has been carried out. So the auditor will see the evidence that has been uploaded. As you can see, this has been commented on 16 days ago, and it has been on request for review. So an auditor, maybe after review, they can then come in here and give another review. It is still not good. So they can then come in here and throw in another review according to what the particular assessment or what the particular function, the subcategory that was treated, what it speaks to. If it is not meeting expectations according to auditing level, then definitely this should, if it is not, I mean, the organization is not comply according to that particular function, then it should, an auditor should come in here and give their review as they deem fit, right? So now they will be able to see all of this and read through all of them, right? And then also they can see that, okay, for this particular, you stated that your impact currently it is high, and but after treating it, you can see that after treating it, it is low. Oh, okay, fair enough. I mean, you've been able to carry out this action on this particular section. Okay, fair enough. It is not bad at all. Auditor can come in here and give. Now, the auditor have a choice to make here. They can either come in here and say approve. Now, when they click approve, they will be able to get it approved control here, right? And when they click request review, it will automatically come in here, continuous improvement. That means they need to perform an action. They need to still perform certain action. I mean, according to all of this, we have it is bad. It is still not good. Definitely, this will be under request for review. So an auditor can come here and perform those actions, right? So now they can come here and click request for review. And when they click request for review, it is going to automatically show in here, right? And then they can see now the implementers can then go ahead and say, okay, you know what, I want to resume work. I want to start working on this particular assessment. And when they click that they want to start working on that particular assessment, it automatically leaves there, and then they can see it automatically leaves there, and then you will be able to get it as revision. So now when you get it as revision here, you can then open that particular assessment. As you can see, it was returned for revision by an auditor. And this is what was stated, right? You will see the comments and information that the auditor have stated, and then you can go ahead, properly set your gap analysis right, and then carry out particular evidence. And the ones that are approved, that means you have all of this being done and then properly carried out. So kudos for the organization. So you can come here and review and see the approved information. So it has been approved since so date and so time, right? Which is kudos to that organization, right? Which is my organization. Right. So, and yeah, you can see a little bit of notification to tell you your your audit readiness, right? So, according to what was carried out, I mean, you have tons of report that you've not submitted. So, right now they are either pending or they need to be revised, right? So, yes, that's pretty much. If I'm missing out on anything, I think during our questions and our questions and answer section, I should be able to answer or touch down on whatever I'm missing, if I'm missing on anything at all, right? So yes, thank you so much. You can go ahead. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Benga, for this very great presentation and demonstration as it is. Certain that you have been able to adequately you have taken us through the functionalities of the platform, especially when it speaks to NIST CSF. Thank you very much for that. I was hoping by now we'll be getting questions in the chat box, If you have any questions around the platform, what your questions are, please drop it on the chat box. If you need to unmute your mic to speak, please do so. This is going to be for the next 5 to 10 minutes so that we can close this session. We promise not to take too much time. We promise to be out of here in another, say, 15 minutes tops. So please, if you have any questions, if you have any areas that you probably need clarification on around this demonstration, please let us know. If you have any, initially for those who are just joining in, part of the things that we started with was the conversation around what you understand around NIST CSF in itself, what your proficiency level is around NIST CSF, and what you feel, what an ideal platform to you, what you consider an ideal platform should have, or what you're expecting to see from this demonstration when it comes to cybersecurity compliance automation. So if you're just joining us, this of course you can also still share with us these uh, uh, um, these things that we've asked of you. And if you have any questions that you want to ask, please feel free to unmute your mic or drop it in the chat box, and we will respond to you adequately. Okay, go ahead. Anyone? Any question? Any thoughts? Any inputs? Anybody? Um, we would really appreciate any input, any thoughts, any questions around this so that we know that we have been able to pass this. Okay, let me look at the chat. Let me okay, there's nothing in the chat box now. And okay. Hello, are we there? Are we here? Am I audible? Am I audible? I hope I'm not speaking to myself. Okay, awesome, awesome. All right, Sylvester, Mahesh, Christina, John, any question? Okay, John. John says that, let me go to the chat box. Awesome. Thank you, John. How can certified GRC reporting be leveraged to provide executives and board with clear real-time insight into organizational risk exposure, compliance status, and audit outcomes? Thank you very much for that. Thank you. Benga, are you with us?
Yes, yes, most definitely.
Thank
Let
you.
me reshare my screen.
Thank
So
you.
we should please, can we still see my screen now? See my screen.
Yes, yes, we can.
Okay. Let me see if okay, great. All right. So for the portal, we showed the dashboard. Now, this is the dashboard overview to give detailed of what is happening, right? According to where the system is at, according to where we at when it comes to cybersecurity, NIST now the cybersecurity framework itself, 2.0. Now you from here will be able to see risk mixture, and then according to what has been carried out here, we'll be able to see the list of assessments that we cover, the open gap that we have, and further detail the line, we'll be able to see our maturity by functions. Now, for organization maturity by functions, for the govern, for an example, you can see that govern is still around 2. I mean, we understand that NIST is majorly around maturity level, right? Our organization matures from an initial point to a well-defined point, right? If you now, according to NIST, we have 1 to 5. So we have initial being, sorry about that. Let me go ahead and show this again. So that's for us to see. We have 1 being the initial, we have 2 being repeatable, we have 3 being defined, we have 4 managed, and 5 optimized. That means according to cybersecurity, for our organization, I mean, right now for this particular function, we if 5 is being selected by the auditor, then That means for this particular one, we are optimized when it comes to that. So that is everything that this dashboard is being collected. Now we can see that it spans from 1 to 5, right? And it gives the level. Now, this gives us an insight about what is happening, a full detail. I mean, for the executives, I mean, executive doesn't have anything to come and perform actions. They don't need to come in here to perform actions, but they can have the admin credentials to peruse and see where they are, where the organization is at as of right now, what they have been able to cover, the action that is needed to move further. So I hope I've been able to address that.
Okay, thank you very much, Benga.
All right.
John, does that work? Um, awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you, John. Thank you. All right. Any other question? Any question? Please let's get the question. Let's keep the questions coming in. Let's keep the questions rolling in. And of course, please let us know if you might want us to have like a, thank you very much, Sylvester. What kind of feasibility does management or leadership get through this platform? Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Like I said again, I mean, it still boils down to, because one thing that I understand about executive or management in an organization is that they don't really want to see what's it called, the figures, the numbers. They really want to see a chart that shows them a comprehensive details of what is happening, so that they can use that to, as an insight, right? They can use that to drive conversation changes and then make improvement. So I'm definitely not expecting. I mean, on this portal now for risk assessment, we have the risk register. You can as well come here and download the risk register. But I mean, these are information, right? You don't want to go and an executive with a lot of these things. So you really want them to understand where the organization is at every time. So you will see all of this. This is detailed to give information and insight to the managers so that they can think a lot more, right? So, and then this is the reporting section too. I mean, this particular reporting section, you can, and you know, get detailed information from it, show evidence. At every turn, we'll see the total numbers of controls, answer. There's always an insight on everything. You see the number of assessment, the numbers that was completed, and then the overall progress. And when you come to gap analysis as well, you will see total number of gap, which one was open, which one was partial. You see them, and then when you click here, you will see total number of drafts. These are insights, these are information. We don't want to bore them with details. We are giving them information. When you come to the dashboard, you see the total artifact governed according to whatever is out there. You will see the total. These are insights, insight information, insight. We see the verification progress, insight. You see the approved controls, insight. Yes. Okay. A question that can the report be exported? Now, that depends on the organization. Do you want to export your report because you have the what's it called? You're on the portal itself. I mean, one thing about GRC platform, why we've been able to come up with this, and then the initiative around it is that you don't have to have different documents in different places. This is a portal for the organization. So then anyone that needs to come in here to see anything, this is the report section. You can click here and view the report, right? So as to not have a bunch of documents everywhere, right? You can come in here if you need a user to come onto the platform and perform any action. You can come in here and click add users, and when you add users, if you don't even want them to edit anything, so you only want them to view, then you can uncheck a whole lot of all of these things, and then you give them a particular role. I mean, I'm giving them an implementer role, but regardless, they should not be able to perform any action. So it states their name and a lot more like that. So we don't want document, I mean, having everything in concise in an environment where you can manage your information correctly. Right.
Okay, and gives us the ability to for exporting as CSV or
Right. So we only have that for risk register. And for
Register.
some certain reason, I mean, depending on the organization,
Okay.
right?
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Benga. Thank you for that. Any other question? Any questions, please? Any questions? Before we round up. And please let us know if you decide to want to, you need us to have a personal one-on-one demonstration with your organization. We will be more than happy to have that. That way, we're able to now better customize it with various scenarios as it applies to your organization to be able to um, demonstrate how the platform can be of intense value, especially when it comes to NIST cybersecurity framework within your organization. It's I know by now we are everyone working, especially when it comes to information security, know how valuable it is. Not just only in North America, but of course within the EMEA region and globally as an in itself. Various frauds, various litigations happening. And of course, I always like to say my favorite quote is with innovations come vulnerabilities. A lot of innovations are going on. People are looking for better, more efficient ways to do things. People are looking for better, efficient way to reach out to customers. People are looking for efficient and better ways to ensure that the customers get the right user experience. And in trying to simplify a lot of things, you need to be very mindful with regards to how informations are being stored, are being utilized within the organization. Of course, I know that a lot of people here know that litigation can actually bankrupt an organization. And that's the number one fear of every CEO or CTO or CISO of an organization, because of course litigation is one thing that no organization prays to encounter during the lifetime of the organization. So this is very important to understand that the ability to be able to secure your information, whether internal or external information, is very key to the sustainability and, of course, the existence of the organization. So I thank you very much. Once again, anybody question? Any question? Any question before we round up? Please, once again, if you need us to come into your organization to have a demonstration, a one-on-one demonstration with your organization, please let us know. Send us an email, and we will definitely make that happen for you. All right. Okay. Thank you very much. Any questions before I bring this to a very exciting conclusion? All right. Any question? Any other question? All right. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us today. We truly appreciate the time you spent with us and your interest in the CertifyGRC platform. Okay. We hope that today has provided valuable insights into how organizations can simplify and strengthen their cybersecurity governance, and of course, their risk management, of course, in terms of their compliance operation through intelligent automation and AI-driven capabilities. All right. And of course, we understand. We hope that we are going to take this conversation further in our subsequent meetings with interested parties or organizations who might want to further explore the opportunities that Certified GRC can provide to the organization. Thank you very much. Please, once again, reach out to us if you have any use for us. Let me use the word, if you have any um, importance when it comes to NIST CSF in itself, and if you're looking to automate, if you're looking to grow, especially around your compliance, cybersecurity compliance, please reach out to us, and we're more than happy to not only give you a demo, we can even also give you a 30-day free trial for you to be able to peruse the platform, and of course, and then we can take the conversation much more further. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. It's been an exciting session, and thank you very much for taking our time out of your very busy schedule to be a part of this maiden edition of our demo session. Like Benga rightly said, it's going to be a lot of updates that will continually go into this platform to ensure that it's much more effective and efficient and very optimized to reflect the current reality when it comes to cybersecurity compliance in the world of today. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and to be a very big thank you to the technical team and of course to my general team in general. Thank you very much, and do have a great evening or afternoon, and of course a great weekend. Thank you very much.